Hello, ladies and gentlemen. So here we are back at episode 4 of my Alpha 50C playthrough. Just picking up where we left off last time. Colony's humming along, although we have some nascent starvation problems and gonna have some resource problems. To offset those, I should probably see about... Oh, we've got a dead end here. I should probably see about installing a trading house. Just so we're able to trade what little goods we have, our meager belongings, for things we may need but will not be able to produce ourselves. So the trade office. Where will we put it? I guess it can go anywhere. Also, it doesn't have to be too big. This is probably a good size. You'll need a door, of course. I don't think I can build these mounted heads yet. At present, the only decor I can build are those I can assemble at the carpentry, which doesn't have the full selection of decor. If we look at the decor menu, there's a bunch of stuff here that basically I can't build. I can trade for it, I guess, or they're built somewhere else, like the ceramics workshop or the metalworks, neither of which I have yet. Alright, take a look at our food. Yeah, we can infer that we're consuming food much faster than we're consuming food much faster than we can produce it, because I'm not getting of this chili overstock here. Crop damage? What? Oh, yeah, they crushed a beetle here. Alright, so let's take a look at our work crew situation. Looks like practically all of our work crews are busy doing stuff. So it's probably not a good idea to add any more onto the job queue until we get more workers, I guess, or until more of these jobs start getting done. A lot of these jobs are sort of temporary one-off jobs, like assembling the fence or constructing the building, for instance. Now this is the next source of... that should last us a fairly long time, right? Several big boulders. I'm not liking these blood stains all over the place. Oh, here we have our NCO Yaroslav telling Nelly to get to training. Yeah, not much happening at the moment, so we'll just let things run their course. You know, let's get rid of these unsightly tufts of grass and blood stains. How are we doing for commodities? We've got a small amount of stone, probably need more logs. Do have this boxed clothesline, which apparently I have not placed anywhere. Maybe I'll do that now. Small clothesline. Go here. Yep, drying food, or drying our clothes in the same place we cook our food. We've got a lot of guns. Oh, cooked steak. Roster Mud had a bit of a tantrum out in the wilderness. Let's see. Oh, Ida. Ida is building the first of our white picket fences. They're going to look a lot like the blueprint mode fences since they're also blank and white. Now, how many units of bric-a-brac do I have? 4. Oh, might as well build some more decor. Let's see, how about some simple cabinets? And does the kitchen have a spice rack yet? Actually, I need to actually properly construct a spice rack. So I believe that's what I'll do. Queued up a spice rack here, and in the module list for the kitchen, I'll place it here. There we go. So if we take a look at the things the kitchen is able to produce, right now it can only cook basic food. A lot of these other food items the kitchen can produce are gated by module prerequisites like the spice rack, and also some also require the workbench, which, come to think of it, I should also produce. One workbench, please. And then when it gets done, I will place it in the kitchen, let's say here. And the night dawns, the sun sets on day 7 of the new colony. Oh, good. New immigrants. I need the workers. Unfortunately, I'm not sure I can feed everyone. All right, which crew is it we have here on the chili plantation? Pathina Steelworth. Here we go. One of you work here. And the tea plot could definitely use some more workers. Which crew is this? Josephine Victualler. Right, one of you can work here. Let's take a look at the numbers on the chili farm. We've had several harvests out of there already. Each time it comes to fruition, it produces 8 bushels of chilies, and requires 60 labor in to achieve those 8 units. Now we have what? Let's double check this. Pathina Steelworth and her 2 employees, each of which can produce between, let's say on average, 2 units of work per day. The other solution here to producing chilies faster, rather than assigning more workers to the chili field, is of course to plot out a second chili field. And then I have a notification of an unusual caravan carrying goods. It's probably fishmen. Who knows what they think? And Josephine Victualler is researching her history. All well and good. I think my colonists are starting to go a bit funny from lack of sleep. Johan Verkovic. Not too bad. The most significant drain on his emotions right now are his crappy working conditions in the workshop in which he is assigned. Which says to me I should build more decor items. But of course that means I need more wood. I'll queue some of that right now, and more stone. Here we go. So is this the finished fence? I kind of can't tell. This post is certainly finished. Oh, hungry beetles incoming. Given the state of our food, I actually kind of welcome the beetles. They're going to represent a spike in the amount of available food for my colonists. Now we have 18 colonists and only 5 beds, so we definitely need more beds. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's queue up a few more beds. And I guess we'll place them. One, 2. There we go. And beetles ahoy! Go get them, boys, in red and brown. That means you, Yaroslav. No! Actually, I guess it's fine. They're attacking the tea plantation. There's actually nothing for them to eat right now. Oh, look at that. They're ravaging my chili harvest. Hey, look at all these beetles, man. Well, let's see how much... Hopefully we get more beetle meat than we do buckets of lacquer. We can't eat lacquer, and we certainly don't need it yet. I guess it'll be nice to have. Maybe I can trade it for food when the trading house is complete. Huh. Well, we got a small amount of beetle steak, but a very large amount of lacquer. Oh, look at all these dead little beetles. And this harvest is almost nearly done. Yeah, we're definitely going to need a second chili plantation, unfortunately. I guess it's just the nature of the Savannah. Relatively poor in mineral wealth, but lots of flat space, and it's okay for growing crops. Apparently not a lot of game to hunt. Alright, time to assign a second crew to farm the secondary chili plantation. Josephine Boot, how do you feel about farming? Rooster Mud, perhaps? Rota Steel Lock? Ida Thompson, seems fine. Alright, Ida Thompson, you are Chili Farmer Division Beta. Or Ida Tomp Burn. And when we get more colonists, I'm going to assign them there. Now then, the trade office is complete. I wonder what I can designate as a trade good. I'm going to say it's going to be a long time until we need this actual lacquer. And when we do need it, we have a relatively ready supply of it. So I'm going to designate lacquer as a trade good. What else do we have a lot of? Not much, as it turns out. We may only have lacquer to trade. Fair enough. Maybe I'll make something cheap, like chairs or something. Oh, and lacquer does not have a very high trade value either. Alright. These are seriously crummy places to work. I think -6 is the lowest a building's working condition can go. So I definitely need to make more decor. Alright, options are a little bit limited. Maybe another simple cabinet. Wooden plinth. Ooh, rugs. Now, the amount of decor bonus that decor items will grant to the house they're placed in varies according to their bric-a-brac cost. So things that cost more will also offset the negative effects of modules more. Which means, actually, I should probably prioritize making the carpet over some of the less effective decor. Still working on the fence. I can't tell if some sections are getting done or not. Maybe it's just a weird graphical glitch. Like the fence appears to be done now. I guess it's done. Let's build a small section of the brick fence made of timber. Just so we can see what it looks like. Nope. In the meantime, in terms of resources, we're okay. Taking crop damage because somehow a beetle has snuck into town again. Oh, attacking Ida Tomper. And as usual, from its corpse, a multitude of smaller beetles springs forth. I suppose we're doing okay for food now. We have a considerable stockpile. How are those beds I ordered constructed? None have been built. I should actually place these box simple cabinets that I had built. One into the kitchen again. Guess I'll put it here. believe I'm going to have a second one to assign. Maybe into this room where I have so many beds. There we go. So we'll give the colony some time to catch up. But it is nighttime and, nobody's working. Oh, bandits. Cordelia's Golden Blackguards. They've set up camp, but they're not yet attacking. Oh, but I can. Well, there's a button to zoom to the location, although it appears to do nothing. I'm going to dismiss the alert. The water doesn't appear to be affected by light the same way the landscape does. So a little while ago, shortly after the introduction of the daytime-nighttime cycle, day would transition into night and vice versa very, very abruptly. It would suddenly get very dark or very light. So a little bit after that, a gradient was introduced, so the light gradually dims as night falls. And again when the sun rises. But again, none of these improvements were applied to the water, because the water is always the same sort of glowy blue, regardless of the time of day. I imagine the developers may or may not eventually get around to do that. You can't even interact meaningfully with the ocean, so it seems kind of a waste, actually, to devote resources to making it graphically nicer. Oh, here's Rota Steel Lock with the workbench for the kitchen. Having built the spice rack, I'll point out, now in addition to basic food, we can also cook these other things, sausages, farmer's stew, and these various types of steak. And now that the workbench is built, almost the full array of foods at the kitchen is available to us. I'll note that we can harvest coffee beans and process them into boxes, but there's no such option for tea, unfortunately. Another overseer, okay. Several buckets of lacquer from one of the many beetle invasions. How's that tea plantation coming along, Josephine? Tilled, and the two workers are slowly eking it out. See, chili plantation beta, just getting started now, just being tilled. Chili plantation alpha, still going great guns. Structure under attack. What's going on here? What? Ah, bandits. Where did you come from? No, don't break my stuff. So an interesting part of the building damage system is that buildings can take damage from gunfire and just combat in general, but for the most part, or generally speaking, buildings do not. Unless they're being directly targeted by a guy with a gun or with his fist or whatever, buildings won't take damage under those circumstances unless they're specifically being attacked. So a bandit is attacking a building rather than a person. And the game does not consider line of sight. First of all, I'm going to claim this guy's gun, which means only indirect fire can damage buildings. So cone effect weapons like the blunderbuss, I guess, can accidentally clip a building and thus damage it. But shooting a pistol directly at a building will not. That's just kind of how the building damage system works for now. Well, it's a trade office. And as we can see, I don't know if you caught it, the hit points went up from 22 back up to 23. That's because we had a couple of guys wander over to repair the building. Oh, good, workers. I think I know where I'm going to assign you. At least one to Chili Field Beta, and one more to Josephine Victualler and the tea plantation. Not having much else to do because, again, we're very short on a couple of select resources. I'm putting most of my incoming labor toward farms so that everyone will have enough to eat, and also so we'll have something to trade. Oh, convenient. This bandit died right in the graveyard. Won't have to move her anywhere. Although several of my soldiers are now a little bit injured after having fought in several campaigns, I may have to prioritize assembling a butcher, not a butcher's, haha, Freudian slip, a barber shop where they can have their wounds tended to. Ruta Steellock has discovered extra supplies. And if we open the history, we can see that the extra supplies were clay, malachite, and stone. What have we got in the commodities list? An extra cot to be placed somewhere, an extra spice rack for some reason, and an extra workbench. I guess we're still having problems with that module duplication bug, where colonists won't pay attention to what their fellow crew members are making, and two people will start simultaneously on a module, of which we need only one. Well, might as well put that extra cot to good use. Oh no, there's a spot for it over here. I believe I had an order in for a wooden plinth and a carpet. Okay, those still haven't been made yet. Oh, traders. Traders have arrived. Excellent. I hope you like lacquer. That's all I've got to trade. What else can I... In a pinch, what else can I trade? Maybe some of this lumber? We seem to have a lot of lumber. Oh, bric-a-brac does appear in the commodities list. It just has a graphic for lumber. Maybe some of these cooked beetle steak? I think... Yeah, I think that won't be bad. Alright. Traders at the depot. Pause the game. Oh, look at all this wonderful stuff, and apparently I cannot trade cooked beetle meat. What else do they want? Do they want maybe some of these logs, which I have not yet lugged back to town? In fact, where are they? Shoot. Oh, here, okay. And designating some of you as trade goods. There we go. Alright. What do we need that you have? I could use most of these. Okay, let's say a couple buckets of lacquer and many of these logs. Well, that's kind of a lot. Alright, 7 of our 11 logs. Don't really need planks. You know, we don't really need any of these. We're not in a position where we need finished metal goods quite yet. Huh. No, I was hoping they had stone, but apparently they don't. Nope, no trade. Thank you, gentlemen. Unfortunately, there's still a little bit of weirdness regarding canceling trade designations. For instance, that bucket of lacquer is going to glow green forever. How are my soldiers to deal with fish people? Shoot them on sight, stern but gentle, or aggressive? So you just keep hassling them, keep them away from our vital crops. Shoot fish people on sight, and that's the alert that the traders had arrived. Oh, what's going on here? Oh, maybe I should have taken a friendlier attack with the fish people. Oh no, wait. These aren't my traders. These are the Stalmarkian traders. They're not getting along with fish people. And I guess my militia are getting in on the... Huh. Well, at least this simple wooden fence, or this brick fence is doing its job. Though I do wish my my guards would do something. No! They've destroyed a section of brick wall. Guards, what are you doing? Oh good, bandits. Alright, Bacchus' saucy ones, 3 bandits. Fair enough, as long as they're not attacking. What are my guards are just standing around while this fish person hammers down my brick wall with an armload of fish. I suppose it's because they're off duty. It is quite late at night. Well, it could have been worse, I guess. There's a musket not being held by anyone. And we've got a dead body in the carpentry. Whose body is this? Probably one of the bandits. I don't recall losing anyone lately. Alright. I suppose I'm going to cut it off there. So, the colony is doing fairly well. We're weathering some minor attacks. Fish people and bandits and beetles. Not a big deal. We have a bit of a bed shortage. We didn't have anything to trade, but conversely there was nothing to trade for from the only traders that arrived. We're doing a bit better in the natural resource front. Food is stable, but for how long? Who knows? Well, that's where the colony is for now. It's surviving. It's nothing spectacular. Alright. That'll do it for episode 4 of my Alpha 50C playthrough. The game is developed by Gaslamp Games. It's named Clockwork Empires. My name is Alfred. I do this about once a month. I just do a short little playthrough and look at all of the additions with each revision to the stable branch. And again, we're up to Alpha 50 now. The game's available for purchase through Steam. It is an early access title, so things are buggy, things are missing, things are continually being added. The game's in a pretty good place right now. It's definitely playable if that's what you're interested in. And I've got a firefight going on in the barracks. I'm sure it'll be fine. Oh. Yeah. So if you're interested in this genre of game, I think it's headed in a good direction. If you're interested, maybe you could consider checking it out. Alright, that will do it for this episode. I will see you guys next time.